Hey guys, this is a preacher, and so what I'm about to do is embark upon my first tutorial, and the tutorial is not really going to be about hair cutting per se. It's really going to be about more of a maintenance type of tutorial, maintenance for clippers and trimmers, and really some ideas that have helped me in my cutting from time to time. And so what I'm doing is just really sharing it with you all. And like I said, it's my first tutorial, so subscribe, and everybody else who likes the video, please subscribe, please rate me well, all of the nice things that you do for individuals when you appreciate their videos. So let's get into it, okay? Stay tuned. Okay guys, I'm back, and I'm about to start my first tutorial, and it's really going to be about all of the tools and all of the things that I use to get a nice crisp clean haircut for my clients. And the first thing I'll start out with is here, this is actually an air pump, and a lot of guys that you see who do tutorials on how to clean out your clippers, your liners, your regular clipper blades, your rotary clippers, your adjustable clippers, I always see them, and I no disrespect, but I see them and they use brushes to clean out their clippers. And for one, I would, I like my clippers to be exceptionally clean. So I take this air pump, and usually you can find one of these at Walmart, probably about $15 or $20. Comes with this end on it, and you can see how effective that end probably would be, or is, to get down in between the motor or the clippers, to get on the outer casing or wherever you would like to, and really just blow that hair out of there. Now, I found it to be very, very reliable and very, very successful in cleaning up my clippers. And then of course I have a hair dryer, and every barber who does things like the Beijing, or maybe you want to get that crisp clean line, you use maybe you're using some spritz. That comes in handy. And then I have of course here my box of guards, all color guards, every size you can think of, a pair of shears just to get those loose hairs at the top. Then I have here a hair clip, for individuals who have a lot of hair and you want to move it out of the way so that you can, cut it in a very clean manner, and that'll help out. Basically just to manage the long hair. And this is something that I think every barber could really use, especially now if you're working on the budget. This is a Conair, and it's a hot lather machine, and it's about $20 on eBay. But what it does is, as you can see, the LED just changed on the top of it. When you first plug it up, when you first turn it on and activate it, it sits in the red, and when it's fully heated and the lather is ready to go, then it goes a green color, and then you simply push the front of it and lather comes out. And so when you're doing razor lines, or anything that involves hot lather, it's very, very beneficial, very beneficial. And so let's go to my fleet. First pair of clippers are my rotary clippers, and these are the Light 76ers by Oster. That's for overall cutting. And I have a pair of Andes Masters. I've had those for about 3 or 4 years. And now the next set of clippers is fairly odd, but it really speaks to the heart of a lot of things that I value as far as clippers are concerned. This actually is a pair of clippers that the blade broke on. And in addition to that, I had a pair of clippers that were basically used for balding. They were my balding clippers, and the motor on those clippers went out. Well, I kept this motor, and I totally replaced the head on it, and used the balding blade and the comb from that clipper, and attached it to this motor, and I use that now. I use it now. You see as I take it apart. So I switched it out, and that's one of the things that I always like to tell guys who are first starting. If you have a pair of clippers or a pair of trimmers and the motor in it is perfectly good, there's absolutely no need to go and buy a new motor. You can simply just replace the blade. That's just That's simple, and it'll save a lot of money in the long run too. All right, so let's go to the trimmers. First of all, I have the Styliner 2 trimmers from Andes. As always, you know, they're always beneficial and they're always on point, right? And then I have the Outliner 2, and these have been adjusted for the finest cut possible, the closest cut possible. And then I have a smaller pair of Walls trimmers, and the Walls trimmers are really used for children, and they're used for the back of the neck. Now, in the order that they are from the sharpest to the most comfortable, the Outliner 2 would be my most sharpest trimmers, and then the next sharpest would be my Styliner clippers trimmers, I mean, and then after that would be the small Walls trimmers. All right, then you have combs and shears and razor blade holders. So you want to get that razor line and get it in there good, and then you know I have a duster here to get the hair off. And then this is one piece of my cleaning equipment. That's what I use after every client. I like to take a little bit of Oster Cool Lube 3-in-1, spray it on my clipper blade or my trimmer blade, and I'll knock those excess hairs off with this brush. And then of course you know I have the barber's mirror there, so the client can look at my handiwork after I'm finished. And then going to some of the supplies I use. Of course, you can't really do a lot of things without the basing. You have to be able to employ that product in your clipper game, because hey, people want that, they want that crisp looking cut. And then also I have some high beams, and that's basically just to make that line look super crisp. And then here I have smooth shave gel from Corganics. Now the reason why I advocate this shave gel is because of a lot of reasons, but the main reason is that if you look at the packaging, right, it's a shave gel, it's an aftershave, then it's also a skin conditioner. So you hitting 3 areas all at once, and all 3 of those areas are necessary for a clean razor line. So usually what I do is I'll take the hot lather machine, and then I'll apply some hot lather, let it sit for a little while, and then I'll take a damp, moist, hot towel, and then I'll take off the lather, the hot lather that I put on the client, and then I'll come behind them and take this 3-in-1 shave gel, right, and then I'll give them a nice clean razor line. And the next thing we have here is a little spritz, and of course those of you who have been cutting for a while, y'all just hit me to this, and I use the spritz gel to hold, so that I can get that line extra clean and extra crisp. And I'd like to send a shout out to Al's Millions for that.